Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I want to talk about Deni Avdija or Avdia. Sorry, I apologize. Deni Avdija. And the thing is if you guys didn't know, he just suffered what seemed like a really bad lower leg ankle injury. As of right now, we don't know the details on his injury, but I saw it happen. He came down on Kent Bazemore's leg with his right foot, and his ankle basically just looked like it rolled or landed. It was just facing the wrong way. And at first I thought it was a compound break because they immediately, Jordan Bell covered it with his shirt. And I think it was just because his foot was probably facing the wrong way. And it's a brutal blow. I wouldn't say it is a bad blow to the Wizards, but it's more of a bad blow to the development of Deni Avdija, who I really believed was going to be a combination of Lamar Odom with Hito Turkoglu, in the sense that having the shooting ability and rebounding ability that Hito Turkoglu had with the quickness and athleticism that Lamar Odom had, and the playmaking ability, I think that he was going to be a combination of those two players. And I think he was being criminally misutilized by Scott Brooks for a majority of the season. And lately, I think he had been having a better stretch, in my opinion, in terms of being sometimes used. Obviously, in the last 10 games, his numbers don't look great. But for the season, he played in 53 games, played 23.5 minutes per night, shot 41.7% from the field, 31.5% from three, 62% from the free throw line, about 5 rebounds, 1.2 assists, about half a block and half a steal per game, and only having half a turnover. So I think those are really good numbers for a young guy who is only 20 years old. And he started a fair amount of games for a young guy. 31 games he started. And hopefully in this time that he will be away from the game, he'll be able to work on his shot and really come back close to a 38% three-point shooter, which I believe he can be. And I think his numbers don't do him justice, because when I look at him, I think the way he should have been being used was as a secondary playmaker. Obviously, they have Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, but maybe have somebody on the team run the first unit. I mean, not the first unit, the second unit as the primary ball handler, and have Deni either be the secondary ball handler with the second unit or the primary ball handler with the second unit. I really think he should have been passing the ball more, setting it up, because I really would have liked maybe they had started Chandler Hutchinson and they could have ran a lineup. Obviously Deni Avdija had been lately starting just because Roy Hachimura was out, and I think it would have been better if Deni came off the bench. Maybe they had somebody else starting, and Deni was the ball handler for the second unit, setting up Daniel Gafford, Bertans, Hutchinson, Matthews, and Neto. One of those guys. I just think he would have been great, maybe starting the year off, playing this year, just being utilizing his passing and his ability to start a fast break so they can have quick buckets and transition, and be able to use him not only as a point forward, but a guy who can pick and pop threes, not only just standing in the corner as a catch and shoot target. So I think that's more about Scott Brooks. I don't think Scott Brooks is that great of a coach. I think Scott Brooks is a good manager of personalities, and he's really good at making players happy. It seems like that's why it seems like why he was the coach for the Thunder for so long. And I don't know. It seems like a guy who could be a decent regular season coach, but I don't ever see him running offensive sets or plays that I'm like, oh, that's really creative. He's just a block coach, and it just seems like he's had both jobs for way too long. And I think Deni Avdija didn't have the best rookie year that we all imagined for a 6'9", 210 small forward. Could play small forward and the power forward position. That's just my opinion. I think he could have had a better year, and I think part of the reason he didn't have that great of a year was because of Scott Brooks. And that's just my take. I want to hear down below, what do you guys think of this injury? Pretty much sucks for Deni. I've been wanting to buy his jersey. I meant to buy it. Just, I had other things to spend my money on, but he's a really fun player that I think has a bright future in this league. And maybe it's not in Washington, but I think he can be a really good player if he's properly utilized. And I don't think at all he was being properly utilized by Scott Brooks, if I had to say so myself. So with that being said, I'd like to hear your opinions down below. But that's it, guys. Till next time, guys. I hope he recovers and comes back better than ever. But yeah, peace out.